From timeless bridal elegance to gala-worthy showstoppers, Scandinavian queens and princesses have gifted us some of the most iconic royal gowns in history. Today, we count down the Scandinavian royal gowns of all time and the fascinating stories behind them. On a warm summer day, June 19th, 1976, Germany's Silvia Sommerlath walked down the aisle of Stockholm Cathedral to marry King Carl XVI Gustaf, becoming Sweden's queen and giving the world one of the most timeless royal bridal looks of the 20th century. Her wedding gown was created by Mark Bohan, the celebrated designer for Christian Dior. It was crafted from ivory Duchess silk satin, featuring a high neckline, long sleeves, and a clean, slim silhouette. Its understated elegance perfectly reflected Silvia's calm grace, while its over 3-meter train added the drama expected of a queen's wedding dress. But it wasn't only the dress that captured hearts. On her head, Queen Silvia wore the historic cameo tiara, a treasured Bernadotte family heirloom first worn by Queen Josefina and later by several Swedish royal brides. Her delicate lace veil, once belonging to Queen Sofia of Sweden, connected her to generations of Swedish queens before her. The world watched as thousands lined the streets of Stockholm and millions tuned in on television. Critics praised her choice, a gown that blended modern couture with centuries of royal tradition. It wasn't just a wedding dress, it was a statement of heritage, dignity, and elegance. Even decades later, Queen Silvia's Dior gown remains one of the most iconic royal bridal looks in history, a symbol of timeless Scandinavian style that continues to inspire brides around the world. Crown Princess Victoria's 2010 wedding gown on June 19th, 2010, exactly 34 years after her parents' wedding. Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden walked down the aisle of Stockholm Cathedral to marry Daniel Westling. It was more than a royal wedding. It was a national celebration, and her bridal look captured the very essence of Swedish elegance. Her gown was designed by Swedish couturier Per Engshaden. Made from heavy Duchess silk satin, the dress featured a modern off-shoulder neckline, fitted bodice, and a simple yet regal A-line silhouette. Its most breathtaking detail was the train, nearly 5 meters long, which glided behind her as she made her way through the cathedral. The gown's clean, architectural lines reflected Victoria's strong, confident personality while maintaining the understated dignity of Scandinavian style. To honor tradition, Victoria wore the same historic lace veil that her mother, Queen Silvia, had worn in 1976, a royal family heirloom once belonging to Queen Sofia of Sweden. And on her head sat the magnificent cameo tiara, the same heirloom tiara worn by her mother on her wedding day, continuing a cherished family tradition. As she stepped out of the cathedral, thousands of well-wishers cheered and millions around the world watched in awe. Her gown was hailed by fashion critics as a perfect balance of modern minimalism and royal grandeur. A look that paid homage to Sweden's heritage while embracing Victoria's role as a future queen. Today, Crown Princess Victoria's wedding gown remains a defining example of modern royal bridal fashion, timeless, graceful, and deeply personal. Princess Madeleine's Valentino gown, 2013. On June 8th, 2013, Stockholm turned into a fairy tale as Princess Madeleine of Sweden married British-American financier Christopher O'Neill at the Royal Chapel of Stockholm Palace. The bride, always known for her glamorous yet refined style, wore a gown that perfectly captured her personality, romantic, luxurious, and effortlessly elegant. Her dress was created by the legendary Italian designer Valentino Garavani. It was crafted from silk organza and exquisite Chantilly lace, featuring a wide off-shoulder neckline and a fitted bodice that flowed into a full skirt with delicate pleating. The gown's intricate lacework added a soft, romantic touch, while the 4-meter train gave it the grandeur worthy of a royal princess. Princess Madeline paired her gown with the same historic lace veil worn by Queen Silvia and Crown Princess Victoria on their wedding days, a deeply symbolic choice that tied her to generations of Swedish royal brides. She completed her bridal look with the glittering modern fringe tiara, perfectly balancing tradition with her own youthful style. As she stepped out of the chapel into the bright summer sun, the world admired her look. A princess glowing with happiness, dressed in a creation that blended Italian couture craftsmanship with Swedish royal tradition. Fashion critics called it one of the most romantic royal wedding gowns of the decade. Even today, Princess Madeline's Valentino gown remains an unforgettable example of modern royal bridal style, classic, graceful, and touched with the magic of a true fairy tale wedding. Queen Margrethe II's Silver Jubilee Gala Gown. In January 1997, Denmark celebrated a historic milestone, the Silver Jubilee of Queen Margrethe II. For the Grand Gala, held at Christiansborg Palace, the Queen chose a gown that would become one of the most iconic looks of her reign. The dress was created by Jørgen Bender, a Danish designer who had been a close collaborator with the Queen for decades. It was crafted in rich gold brocade with a full, stately silhouette that perfectly embodied royal splendor. Its structured design and shimmering fabric were a deliberate nod to Denmark's long tradition of regal dressing, yet the gown carried Margrethe's own personal touch, elegant, artistic, and completely unmistakable. She paired the gown with one of the Danish royal family's most treasured jewels, the Grand Pearl Poire tiara, along with diamond and pearl parures that enhanced the gown's luminous gold tones. The combination created an image of the Danish queen at the height of her majesty, commanding yet graceful, traditional, yet uniquely her own. As she entered the palace hall that evening, all eyes were on her. This wasn't just a gown for a celebration, it was a statement of continuity, strength, and Danish pride. Even years later, Queen Margrethe's Silver Jubilee Gala Gown remains one of the most unforgettable fashion moments in Scandinavian royal history. From Queen Silvia's classic Dior bridal look to Crown Princess Victoria's timeless satin masterpiece, these gowns tell stories of love, power, and heritage. Which Scandinavian royal gown is your favorite? Tell us in the comments below.